creating and using tables. InDesign CS3 introduces a new feature called Table and Cell Styles that we haven't had in previous versions. And what Table and Cell Styles allow you to do is apply formatting consistently to tables throughout your document or throughout multiple documents. So the way that this works is I'm going to open up my Cell Styles panel, and this works very similar to paragraph and character styles. To first begin, I'm going to start by creating individual cell styles for each different cell that I'm going to use. So to start, I'm going to highlight this top row, and I'm going to Alt or Option click on the Create New Style button at the bottom of the Cell Styles panel. This allows me to not only name it, but also define other attributes of this cell style. So this cell style name, I'm going to call this one Header. And one of the great features about this is that I can also choose a paragraph style that defines how the text within this style will be formatted. So in the paragraph style menu, I'm going to choose the matching paragraph style name, which I've already created previously. I'm going to click OK, and now I have a header cell style in my Cell Styles panel. I'm also going to come over here. I'm going to highlight this first cell. Again, Alt or Option clicking on it, and this one is going to be called Name. Again, choosing the appropriate paragraph style to match. I'm then going to highlight this middle row here. This one is going to be called Description. And again, I'm going to choose the appropriate paragraph style. And one thing to keep in mind is that the reason I'm highlighting the cell first is because when I do that, it pulls in all the attributes when I create the new cell style. So it saves me a lot of time. And finally, I'm going to highlight this last cell, and this one is going to be called Price. Okay, now I have all my cell styles created. Now what I do is I create a table style to define how those cell styles are applied to my table. So again, I'm going to click inside of this table, and I'm going to hold down the Option key while I click the Create New Style button. And I'm going to call this table Bella's Bakery. Now down here at the bottom where it says Cell Styles, I can define what cell styles I want to apply to each section of the table. So for instance, the header rows, which are the rows that are going to be at the top here, I'm going to style those as header. We have no footer rows in this table, so I'll leave that at its default. The body rows I'm going to set to description. The left column is the name of each recipe, and the right column is the price. You'll also notice that if I go into the table setup and the row strokes and column strokes, that those are already set up and configured because they pulled in those attributes when I created the new table style. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Then I'm going to apply this table style to the other tables. And you can see as I do so, they're automatically formatted appropriately. Now, you may notice that the header row didn't seem to apply on these two. The reason for that is because we need to convert that row to a header row manually. So if I were to highlight this top row and I go to the table menu and choose Convert Rows to Header, you'll see that now the formatting comes in and is applied properly. So I'm going to convert both of these also to header rows, so that all the tables are consistent across the board. And that's all there is to creating table styles and cell styles in InDesign CS3.